Right then, good afternoon, MML Blitz. It is time for the expansion draft, and well, I'm here ready to go through all the expansion picks. I've created all the teams now. Obviously, these badges and all the colours are not going to be the same. I've basically recreated this on the PC. So what's going to happen is the picks are going to come through. And what I'll do is I'll create the piece they've gone for, and then I'll press record again, and we'll talk about the pick. I think they've just started now, so this is going to be an interesting sort of experiment because I've never done like this before. I'm going to have to cut it into loads of segments and hopefully put it all back together for later on. But yeah, this is really exciting for everybody, really, because obviously there's a lot of new teams, a lot of new coaches, and who've been looking forward to the expansion. We've been lucky enough to get 12 new franchises or returning franchises for this season. So there's 36 picks. That's a lot of expansion picks. Obviously, people like myself, I'm obviously the GM of the Mystic Fall Timberwolves. So obviously, there's teams like, for instance, the Cockroaches, who are the same association as I am, or union. And same with like Geo. You can still get like ogres and that what I go for as well. So for me personally, there's a bit of good and there's a bit of bad. Obviously, the good news is by the end of this expansion, it'll be a lot more clear for me, for my game plan for the draft next Saturday. And obviously, the bad thing is some of my picks might go in the expansion. So there's loads. I mean, like I say, we've got them all here. They're not in any particular order. Atlantis Vipers there, Fair, Fiery Association, that's Booby. Sorry, the Vipers are the Wyatts, the Cockroaches are Booby. I won't be able to remember all these. That's the good old Hot Dice there, Butte Brawlers, NTB. Necro, I can't pronounce that. I think it's something like Asleep, what's ironic. That's Alma, interesting how Alma does. Obviously, this is a big one as well. This is Tony, who obviously wasn't happy with the Nightmares and the way Proud Star was going. He said, I can do it better, and he's going to try and do that. The Raptors, the Scars team, the Pebbles, their Geo's team. I'm going to forget some of these, I do apologise. I want to say that's... is it Dark? I think that's Dark Harems. But who's the port? I knew I'd forget one of them. It will come to me. Who's the ports? Dave Shark, that's the fella. The Hanover, I do believe a Dark Hairman. I'm going to double check all these. I've probably murdered a few of these. Yeah, they are Dark Hairmen, so that's good. I was going so well, wasn't I? And the Philly Tailgate Bullies, let me have a look. They are... Is that Jimmy's? It is, that's Jimmy's. The Hoffenheim Honey Badgers, that's Thunden. The Philadelphia 76ers is DeMarco's. So I do believe it's just started now. So apparently the picks are coming in really, really quick. So that is really impressive because I thought what was going to happen is we was going to have like ages between each pick. So well done to everybody who's doing it. And I'm going to be back in a second and we'll have a look at the first pick. And we'll have a chat about it. So see you in a moment. Alright then, I'm back with the first round picks. It's been absolutely mental. I mean, they've all done really well. I expected to be a long pause every so often in the draft, but it looks like it's flying off. So I'm trying to keep up with who's picked what, which name goes with what team, because obviously because I've created them on the PC, they're all coming up as Bernie Buffon's teams, but obviously they're not. So yeah, the first lot of picks are in, and we're just going to talk about them, and I'll tell you if I'm surprised by it, or it's a good pick, or not a pick I would have made, whatever. So the first team, I'm going to keep flicking across it. I'm going to try and do these in order if I can. The first pick of the draft, or the expansion draft, went to the Philadelphia 76ers, I do believe. What is DeMarco's team. And he went for a tree mine called Sticky Roots. Now, I've spoken to a bit about DeMarco, and I this doesn't surprise me because this was the way he was going when he was talking to me about it. It's a no frills tree man. The movement means obviously he doesn't need to roll a 4+ to get up if he gets knocked down. Obviously, guard is one of those non-sexy skills. You don't really, it's not a great skill, but it's one of the more important skills. 170k spent on the tree man, so value for money wise, it's all right. I think it's a bit of a bland tree man, a bit of a boring tree man myself. It's a no frills tree man. It does, it does what I guess you want it to. I think I would have gone for something more exciting or a bigger name than this if it was my first pick, because he's now not going to pick now until the last pick of the second round of the expansion. I know he wanted some treatment, and I know that obviously, you've got a budget, especially a lot of these new teams that can only afford so much. So I was sort of expecting that they might have to go for these cheaper variants compared to the superstars. But yeah, 170k for a tree man. It's not bad. He's got the movement, and I think that's really important because, obviously now he doesn't have to worry about rolling a 4+ to get back up. So yeah, it's not bad. I expect him to take 2 treatment with his first 2 picks. And then it's going to be interesting to see what he picks with his third one. I think, if I remember correctly, there's a dwarf he was looking at. I can speak like this because you guys will not see this video until the full draft is gone. So I'm not giving anything away there. Yeah, it's a pragmatic pick, this. Would Bearzo be happy if I rocked up with this as our first pick? Probably not, I'll be honest. But again, it all goes down to the coaches or the GM's game plan. It's a lot easier for DeMarco because obviously he is the coach as well, so he knows exactly what he wants. Yeah, it's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. If I was rating out of a 10, I'd probably give it like a 6 or a 7. I might go slightly higher if it wasn't the first pick of the draft, but yeah, I'll give it a 6. It's not bad. There's better out there, but again, it's the budget, isn't it? So that was the first pick of the draft. Now I've got to keep flicking towards my Discord here because I can't actually remember. Actually, if I go to the trade, I'll try and do all these in order. So, they had the first pick. The second pick, oh my god, was the, I can't pronounce this, Tiwanaku Flying Pebbles, Geo's team. Now, he's small union. The chances are, my gut reaction was he'd probably go trees first. Where is he? There they go. And, yeah, he did go for a tree. And you know what? He went for the exact same build as DeMarco did. +1 movement and guard. So again, I think this has got to be more to do with having a balance, and getting something practical. So again, what can I say about this? What I didn't say about the other one. You got your +1 movement, so you'd have to roll the 4+ for a jump up, and it's got guard as well. Again, it's his first pick of the draft. Obviously, trees seem to be very, very important. There is a lot of trees in the draft. But it's interesting to see the first 2 picks have gone to trees. Very interesting. Again, I should give this 6 out of 10. I really should give it 5 because it's Geo and I expected something more crazy from Geo. This is a boring Geo pick. But yeah, there's not much else I can say apart from, 6 out of 10. Same as I said for DeMarco, really. The third pick, I do believe, was the cockroaches, but I'm just going to check on that. Yeah, the Chernobyl cockroaches. Now, Booby Man's a bit different because he actually bought a few players before the draft. So what I've done, I've actually put them down here just so we get a better view of what he's trying to get. So obviously, Hantavirus and Crocky the Black, he bought them obviously before the expansion, so he's used already a bit of money there. So Hantavirus, obviously we know all about Han, and obviously the Black Hawk. Both these were my players. Obviously Han had a mare in the final, but apart from that, he won quite a lot of games for us when he was on the pitch. And Crocky was a very, very good Black Hawk for us. So he's got a bit of beef there. He's got a 1-turner. Interestingly, he went for Dead Grip with his first pick, and there's 220k spent there. So he's spending his money big early. So I think he's looking at, look, I've only got so much money, so I'm going to get myself about 4, 5, maybe 6 superstars, and the rest will be just like, I don't know, what I would call shrapnel average players. I mean, like maybe a Nobler hero there, or a Lano, or something like that. Dead Grip's a solid pick. He's got block, he's got guard, he's got stand firm, so it's a really solid build. You know, it gives him a frenzy option as well. And yeah, I like it. I mean, it's another strength 5 piece as well. It's got guard on both Crocking and Dead Grip. I actually like this. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I think this is a better pick than the trees. Just because it gives me a bit more potential. Although I will say this is an extra 50k more expensive than the 2 trees yet. And the both will probably have completely different uses. Obviously, Treeman are there toward the middle, where obviously this guy, Dead Grip, might go around trying to save players and stuff like that. Having Stand Firm really, really helps. I keep telling Bearzo, don't blitz Stand Firm unless you're willing to put a reroll in. Otherwise, you're going to get stood next to Ratogo, who's going to get to hit your back with Mighty Blow. Yeah, like it. It's a solid pick. Obviously, I'm interested to see where the Cockroaches go, because obviously they're the same team union as me. I'm glad to say Dead Grip was not on my radar, so it's not one we was looking at. But yeah, I really like that pick. That is a good, solid pick. So, what was the 4th pick of the draft? Who had the 4th pick? Right, Philly Tailgate Bullies had the 4th pick. I do believe they're the superior. I hope I've got all these right. And again, they went for a Bull Centaur. Hasher Available. I love the name. Again, a useful, no-frill sort of player. Block, break, tackle, guard. You know, bad looks, but he's going to keep him like as a sweeper or as a cage breaker. He's going to be out the back, and he's going to be probably hunting gutter runners, war dancers, catches, all that sort of stuff. Would have liked him to have had Mighty Blow, but again, you know, if he does keep this guy and build this guy up, he's only what? I mean, he might not even. I mean, how many points is he be at? He says 50.8. He could be on 30 points for all I know, but. You know, give this guy Mighty Blow next, and I think he's pretty good. Again, first pick of the draft. Yeah. Not bad. It's again, you can see why he's picked this piece. He's obviously got, you know, unless I'm wrong, but it looks like this is going to be more of a sweeper. He can bring his guard into play wherever needed. Break tackle obviously lets him dodge you in a 2+ from standard dodge. I would give this out with 10. Ooh. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The reason I'm going to give 5 out of 10 is it's just a no-frills bull. I think there was better out there, especially around the 210, not as a bull, but other stuff. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit biased, so obviously we've got Money in the Bank. It was an amazing bull, but it's a solid no-frills pick, and that's why it's got a 5 out of 10, a no frills rating. So be interesting to see what he goes for next, though, after getting the bull. Right, next one. We have a look who we got now. We have Rage Fire Raptors, I want to say. Yep, Scars. I've got to find these bad boys now. There they go. Now, this guy, Ty Ben Jake, has been picked a few times before. And I always have an interesting one about this one. I know a lot of people rate this guy. And I when I look at it, I always think it's a weird concoction of skills. Because you've got your leap, what's good. It's got his agility 5, means he leaps in on a 2+, that's great. Guard, okay, interesting. Strip ball's always good. The only problem is a lot of teams will have sure hands on their main player. And obviously, without the use of the wizard, unless you get the sponsor, and nobody got the sponsor with a wizard, you like to think everybody's going to have, sure hands on the ball carriers, majority of people anyway. So I don't think that's as good as it usually is. And then obviously, dodge is always good. So, on a standard cage, you can break it on 4+, you can jump in on a 2+, strip ball, like I say, is pretty decent. The other thing with this guy that I've always liked, and it is maybe tackle or wrestle or something. I know he's got block. And I think he's a lot of cash as well. I think he's a lot of cash for what he does. I've never been a fan of this player. Maybe it's because I'm more of a bash coach than elf coach. I I just think he's just got a bit of a mixed match of. He's trying to be a Swiss Army knife. I think is probably the easiest way. You know, he's jack of all trades, but not great at any. I'd probably use him more of a ball carrier, but then he's got guard. I don't know. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. I don't. That's just because I don't like this build. I just do not like this setup. I know now I've said that he's probably going to win many games for him, and I know that people like this. More Elfie coaches like this sort of player. He has been bought before, so it's probably just a me thing. This is Scars. It's a lot of people say it's a good pick. I just think I look at this combination and I'm like, what is he trying to be? You know? People are going to say, well, he could come in and assist with guards. Yeah, he can do. And I don't know. I just think... I don't know what he's supposed to be honest. Right. Anyway, so that's that guy going. I need a good pick. I need a nice high pick here, don't we? Right, who's next up? Right, oh, yes. Ishelwen Midnight, Tony's team. Now, I was thinking, well, this has got to be Salamander. He's obviously built Salamander up. And I'm glad to say it was Salamander who picked as well. Obviously, Salamander was, I think if I remember correctly, he was the first draft pick Tony picked for Proud Stars Nightmares. And he got killed, ironically, by my team, Mystic Vault Timberwolves. And there's some banter going on where Proud Star said, "Look, you can't. What a terrible first pick. He's dead already," and stuff like that. So basically, Salman's been brought back to life, and he's made him his first pick. Now he's got block, he's got strength 5, he's got mighty blow, he's got guard, 220k. He's got. This is my first NTB Hot Dice Award. Yes, 10 out of 10. I like this pick. What's not to like about it? I've just seen the thing for 230k, a Dark Elf thing. Doesn't know what he wants to be. We've got Salamander here who definitely knows what he wants to be. He wants to beat a Proud Star with a lovely mighty blow. He's got the guard. He's got the stand firm, obviously, to hold him in place. He's got the block. He's got the strength. It's only 220k. This is a bargain. Absolute bargain. Add on to the top of that the fluff of the character. I think this is a brilliant signing. This is the sort of signing the Necro needed to Necro? The Afterlife needs to do. I thought he was either going to go for this guy or he was going to go for a wolf. But again, because there's only him and Alma going for the Afterlife, I thought, you know what? I was hoping to go for Salamander. I think it's a great pick. I really do. And there's still a little bit of potential in there as well. So, yeah, I love it. I think this is a really, really, really good pick. And he gets the first NTB Hot Dice Award. So, congratulations there. Right, who's next up? Let's have a look. What we got? Right, talking about NTB. It's NTB! Butte Town Brawlers. Now, this is an interesting one, because obviously I talk to NTB a lot. He's a great guy. He's very knowledgeable and very, very shrewd in the market. So I was really excited to see what he would go with. Him and Thunden have been giving interesting messages out. We'll get to Thunden soon. And he was saying, look, I'm sort of going to, this season is going to be more of a building season. I'm going to try and save some cash, and we might not be that great this season, but in the long run we'll be all right, and I totally respect that. So I was really interested to see what he went for. I will be honest, I was a bit surprised with this. This is something I expected maybe Gio was going to go for, but in the end it was actually NTB went for it, and I'm bland as a bat, so I've gone straight past him. Where are you? Where's the Brawlers? There we go. And his first pick was a tree man as well. And he went for Red Creek Fair. Red Creek Fair is an interesting pick. It's 270k. So, he's talking about, I'm going to, maybe have, lesser players this season. So I'm like, wow. Okay. 270k, that is not cheap. But 2+ movement, so it's movement 4. Has block, what's important. Guard, yeah, like that. Break tackle, so you can even cage dive in. Love that. Multiple block, not bad. It's strength 6. Get 2 slaps on the LOS with mighty blow. Like that as well, because he's got the block. I really, really like this pick. I really do. 270k, you know, he's a lot more expensive than the trees, but I like where NTB is going with this. It does its job, but it's going to cause carnage. Because it's movement 4, so potentially can move 6. The only negative I have with this is, and the reason I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, or as I say, the NTB Hot Dice Award, is because it's a Wood Elf tree and not a Halfling tree. Because unless I'm going to backtrack horribly wrong later on in the show, the thing with the Wood Elf one is they have the learner. So for things like root, or I'm going to need to do a GFI and stuff, you need a 4+ for it to work, where a Halfling one doesn't have the loner, you know? I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, though, so it's pretty close to an NTB Hot Dice Award. I really like this. I feel like a proud father, like, my boy's done good. I really like this pick. I really do. It's a very good pick, and I'm really excited to see what else he picks. It's interesting to see quite a few of these teams are going for Treeman early. There's a lot out there. And it looked like most of them were going for the like standard +1 movement guard, like the vanilla sort of route. And there's nothing wrong with that. And obviously, you have got a budget to work with. But my boy NTB, what a great selection. You know, really, really nice. I think this is a really nice pick. Really like it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what he does in the second round. Right, so that's NTB. Who we got next? Alma and Overkill then. So Alma's the GM and Overkill's going to be the coach. So I always think it's usually quite, maybe, I don't know, a bit nervous for the coach because they're like, oh my god, what's my GM going to, you know, get me? What am I going to be using for the season? And obviously, you know, we have plenty of fun with Bezo, who thinks he's going to get a great team this season, but we all know he's getting a full roster of nobblers over the Nutcracker incident. You know, so I can appreciate Overkill's like, oh my god, what are you going to give us? Let's have a look. What did he give him? Well, it's an expensive piece, and there it is. And it's Louis Michaels. So it's a very famous bloodline is the Michaels. Obviously, Steve Michaels, Shawn Michaels, Gretzky Michaels, to name 3. People probably won't know Gretzky Michaels out the MML, but he's been a big play for me when I've done Necros and other sea ladders and leagues. The Michaels name is a very, very big name. Obviously, if they come against any NTB team, the Michaels have to try and kill every single player of their team because that's just the history of the Michaels clan. It's Louis Michaels. I'm glad he's gone. I've got a soft spot for all the Michaels. He's got agility 4, move 9, is a blodger, sidestep, and he's got sure feet. If Overkill's good at one turning, it certainly helps on that. It also certainly helps on him scoring and stuff like that. One thing though is if this is ball carry, obviously Tyber and Jigu, I'm not a big fan of. He does have strip ball, and I said, well, not many players won't have sure hands. This guy doesn't have sure hands, so if this guy had the ball, you know, Tyber might go after him. 270k. I think if I was, what would I do? Let me get my GM head on here. If I was an Afterlife coach, I think I would be looking at, I think my sort of plan in expansion would be first 2 picks would be 2 top of the range wolves, because I still strongly believe that the wolves are you know, the big thing about Afterlife. If you can get 2 of them, that's great. The other, I mean, I'm going to give this wolf 8 out of 10. I can't give it any high because it doesn't have Mighty Blow. Maybe it's just because I'm a bash coach. I don't know. I just think, you know, you can only have 2 pieces with claw, and this is one of them. So the most he'll have is 1 Mighty Blow claw piece. Obviously, it can have loads of Mighty Blow on golems, mummies, and white and all that. So maybe it doesn't make much difference. It's a nice piece. It's a nice piece, you know. Bit more speed. It's got sure feet as well, what is really good. So basically, 2 pushes, and you could do 1 turn with this guy. It's a solid pick, you know. And obviously, with the agility 4, you can go in, hit, dodge out, usually on a 2+ with a built-in reroll. Solid pick from Alma. This doesn't surprise me. Obviously, being a very elfish and ratchish sort of coach, this is sort of what I'd expect him to go for. So yeah, nice pick. 8 out of 10 for that one. Right, next one. Who we got now? Oh, Thunden, Hoffenheim Honey Badgers. And this, I'll tell you a little story about this because I do Edward Beers. Now, usually when I talk to coaches about picks and stuff like that, I won't tell anybody else. I don't believe in telling anybody else. Anything I'm told in confidence, stays there. This one didn't though, and this wasn't because he told me what he's going to go for his first pick. It was more like what he said. Thunder, because I was on about Iron Chin, and I was like, look, obviously you're going to pick Iron Chin first. Nope, too expensive, not going to get him. And I was like, I don't know, I'm like, mate, I'm a Northerner. You can't fool a Northerner. Not something like that. And I had a word with Beers, and I said, I tell you what, I had this funny conversation with Thunder, and I talked about Iron Chin. And I said, look, he said he's not going to take him. And I said, I don't believe him. And Beers was like, well, I don't think I'd take him either. And I'm like, seriously? You and Thunder are going to take Iron Chin? And I'm like, there's no way both of you are going to not take him. And I said, and the thing is as well, and this is a little advantage for obviously maybe for me, I said, I could have sworn Thunder put in a scouting report for just about the same build as Iron Chin. And I'm like, he's not fooling nobody. I said, I guarantee you, he will go with the first pick of Thunder's draft, basically. And I said, if he doesn't take him, I know you'll take him, Beers, because Iron Chin to me is probably, he's been around for a very long time. I mean, he could have been around for maybe season 1. And he is probably one of the best killers in the game. So, anyway, let's see, after that little story, if I'm right, or if I was wrong. And he actually said, well, no. I have to find the team first. There we go. So here we go. This is what he went for. And it was Iron Chin, yes. Didn't fool me at all. Block, mighty blow, claw, pile on, tackle, guard. And yes, this does get the NTP Hot Dice Award. Yes, 10 out of 10 for Iron Chin. I remember when I was Chaos Pack, this was my first signing. He was my main signing. He gave me everything I wanted in a killer. Pop will be very disappointed with Thunder, though. Thunder comes across as this really nice, mild-mannered man. Very sportish. Very sporting man. Very, very, elvish or orcish. And he's gone for the biggest killer in the game. Iron Chin. Shame on you, Thunder. But yeah, this is what I was looking forward to. Because, I spoke to Beers about it. And I'm like, look, I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all. And I think the reason, I'm like, Chaos. There's not much claw because of Pop. Obviously, Pop have ruined all the fun. And this was the best killer on the market in Chaos Warriors. And I knew this guy would go. And, he went to Thunder. Doesn't surprise me one bit. But it's always good when you know and you get it right. But this is the best pick Thunder could have made. Definitely the best pick he could have made. This gives him that enforcer. It'd be interesting to see what Thunder does now, though, because obviously he's got his killer. Now, is he going to go down the kill team route? I find a lot of these players who don't like the kill team route, or they have a go at the kill team route, end up going the kill team route if they're getting the option. Obviously, NTB, I think he said he had 4 claw last season. And there's nothing wrong with that. You need some enforcers in Blitz, and it'd be interesting to see what he goes for. I really am really excited to see what he goes for now. I don't think he's going to go down the kill team route. I think he's got his player. Thunder likes to have his ball players and that. He's got his enforcer, and I really like this pick. I think, I'm going to guess, I haven't seen obviously round 2 yet, I'm going to guess he may go for a gutter or some sort of ball handler next. But yeah, I really, really love that pick. My favourite pick of the round so far. But I'm a bash coach or kill coach, whatever you want to call me. Of course I'm going to like that pick. And obviously, I've had him there as well. So what we got left in the first round? How many more have we got? 3 more picks. So, Port Reaver Outlanders. I should double check this was this. I was like 99% sure this was Dave Shark. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to go into the chat because I don't want to see who's, because they're going so well. And I think they might be even onto the second round. I'm like trying to not see the second round. So I was like, tagged him up. this is definitely your team, innit? And it was. Right, so he's gone for a Crushgo, the Giant Gator. Love the name. Again, a no frills guard. Grab will help for the 110 options if he's a 110er. Specialist with skinks and stuff like that. 180k, not bad. And it's a funny one, isn't it? Because you see, obviously, I create the free agency, so I see all these really cool Crushgos, Treemen, Ogres, Goblin Trolls, Orc Trolls, and various other Yetis and stuff like that. And then I look at a standard thing like this, I'm like, You know, when I saw his name, I thought, oh, wow, this guy's going to be awesome. I didn't create this guy, by the way. And then I'm like, oh, he's got guard and grab. I expect him to be like strength 7 or something with a name like that. 180k is alright. You know, for a big lad, strength 5. Preemptive tail always helps. Might blows always good. Obviously, he's got loads. You've got to be a bit careful with him. Obviously, having no block. It'd be interesting to see if he's going to go down the big guy route. You know, get a few, like, solid but not expensive big guys as his first 2-3 picks. I've just got a gut reaction to make go over that route with that pick. Don't know why. Probably completely wrong. What would I give it out of 10? 5 out of 10. It's a no-frills pick for me. Grab's useful on 110, you know, grab to put into a position where maybe they could foul it a piece, maybe, or something. Guard's obviously good. And then obviously you got your normal skills, Mighty Blow, Thick Skull, and Preemptive Tail. But yeah, I haven't really got much more to say about the Crocs, really. It's a no-frills Crocs. And, you know, you're going to get these no-frill players. We all would love all these superstars, but the problem is none of us have the cash, do we? That's the problem. So I'm impressed that some of these coaches are obviously being very shrewd with the cash. The only issue is when I see a thing like this, and this is a no-frills pick in my opinion, is does that mean the other two are going to be no-frill picks as well? I've just got a gut reaction he may go 3 big guys, or the next pick might be a big guy, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, so we're getting down to close to the end of round 1. I'm sure they've all picked the players by now, but hey ho. Right, okay. So we've got the Atlantis Vipers, the Team Wyatt, and this is an interesting pick because this is one he actually put in as a scout ticket. Cheska Warrior Princess, pretty cool name. Obviously, he's got Blodge because it's an Amazon Blitzer. Strength up, agility up, and tackle. Solid pick. I straight away I'm going to say 8 out of 10 on this one. I like it. It's got strength, it's got agility. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to use this piece, though. Is it going to be used as like trying to get the ball loose? Are they going to use it as a ball carrier? But it's got no show hands. You've got to be careful in Blitz if you've got no show hands, because there's definitely a lot of ball sackers who can get that ball loose. Maybe 7's always a bit of a concern, but again, there's claw out there anyway, so that obviously can make even the best armor AV7. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this one. I really am interested to see what they're going to do with Cheska. 200k. So they paid a bit of money for this piece. But it's a nice piece. There's a bit of everything. So, yeah. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Solid first round pick. Very flexible as well. In a good way. And obviously, it's only got 31 XP, so it's got potential to be molded into the piece they want it to be. So, yeah, not bad. Right then, so the next 2 picks will be Dark Hermans, if I remember. I'll just send a double check on my Discord. Sure it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, the Hangovers. So I've only got the first pick, because obviously I'm recording all these in segments. Right, okay. Right, Hoshi Komi. Right, he's a celebrity. So he'll get a celebrity pack for this. 220k. And first time, I mean, I know of the name and the star, but it's the first time I really had a look at the skills. And it's an interesting one. I'm not going to lie. It's got leap, but he's only agility 3. So he's leaping on the cage on a 4+. bit of a worry. He's got dodge. Well, dodge, you can't go wrong with dodge. Mighty blow, yeah, it gets a bit physical like that. Jump up, yeah, like that. Can jump up and block on a 2+. Diving tackle, again, is alright. No sidestep though, so it doesn't make us good or no stand firm. This is a bizarre sort of combination of things. He's not bad. 220k. Is this the sort of guy what would lead your team to victory? He's a celebrity, so he's going to get a nice perk. But again, it's like leap. That's a brave. I mean, this is it's a brave 4+. Don't know what to say about this one. It's a sort. I mean, it's a nice blitz. It has a bit of everything. I would probably give this like a 6 out of 10. I think leap is a bit risky. I don't like leaping on a 3+, so on the 4+, I'd be scared to use it. I mean, people will say, well, a break tackle on a big guy's 4+, I guess, but I don't know. Bite blow's always good. No tackle though. It's a bit of everything again, isn't it? It's a bit like Tarbeg. It's got a bit of everything, and well, you know, I'm gonna be. It's one of those pieces I'm gonna be really interested to see how he uses this piece. So yeah, interesting. So we'll see. Right then. So after I've seen the first round of the draft, who do I think are the big winners? Who do I like? I think the big winners of the first round, this may change, is this team. The Hoffenheim Honey Badgers. I don't know why he's put tentacles on that picture there. I think he was one of the best pieces in the draft. Yes, people are going to say, wow, what a surprise. Bernie picks a kill piece. But you need to remove things. You need to remove things. You know, that is a big part of Blitz as well. Yeah, you want your scoring things and you want your ball sackers and all that sort of stuff. But this guy is a big deal. I really, really like this. So this is, I think, the Honey Badgers win the round. I think this definitely does. Where there's been, how can I put it? Where there's been pieces taken where they do a bit of everything, or you don't really get what they're trying to do. We know definitely what this guy's trying to do, and that is drive your head into the ground, snap it off, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to jump on it as well. So yeah, that to me, they got the best ones. Other ones are liked. I did like NTBs as well. I thought this was a nice pick. This is a brave pick. I liked it a lot. You know, I really like this. And yeah, a tree moving up to potentially 6 is scary, you know, with the 2 GFRs. The only bad thing is obviously, like I say, it's the loner, but it is what it is. I really like that one. Cockroaches went for a solid pick as well. Interesting, a lot of trees went first round, but yeah, interesting first round of picks. Not many big names in there. It looks like a lot of the coaches have decided to go with value for money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm interested to see now. Obviously, now we've got all the first picks in. I'm really excited to see how they think about going for the second pick. Do they complement and go for something different to the first pick, or are they going to double down on that sort of like philosophy? You know, are we going to see Thunder go for another killer? I don't think he will. I think we'll probably see more of a ball handler, maybe gut runner. Will we see people like NTB go for another tree? I think we might. And I also think we might see if DeMarco going for another tree as well. I'm interested to see what Gia goes for now as well. Trees seem to be very popular first round. Was very surprising, really, because there's quite a lot of them. So yeah, so that's the first round done. Let's get on to the second round, and let's see what goodies we get there. Right then, so expansion picks round 2 is just finished. So we're going to have a look at them now. Just one thing I quickly want to point out is also Tony, first pick of his round as well, was a very good pick. The Salamanders. for his Afterlife team. Obviously got the Hot Dice NTB Pick Award as well, so I'm interested where he goes for this round as well. So it's role reversal, isn't it? Whoever went last in the first round goes first in the second round. So good old Philadelphia won't see them till the last pick. So we start off with Hanover Hangovers, who obviously went for the celebrity Hoshikomi in the first round. This was a very surprising one. Dimitri Kajshaka. What a name that is. He gets points for the name alone. He's gone for another leaper. So that's 2 leapers he's got in the team. So he will pay, to my knowledge, a 20k leap tax on that second player. So that's the first bad thing about that. Second thing is, what is he? What exactly is he? He's got AV NAD, so he's obviously can take a bit of a beating. He's movement 8, so he is faster. He's a leaper, but he's got no ball sacking abilities. He's got no sure hands. I don't really know. It's like, I don't really know what he is, to be honest. I love the name, but I'm paying an extra 20k tax for this guy, and I'm like, what is his role in the team? And this is why I love Blitz, because I don't get it, but obviously he does. And this is why when I'll be streaming games, I'll be looking for these sort of plays like the Komis and the K-Shackers to see how they're used. 190k for this sort of piece, I think, is very, very expensive. Because what is he? What is his job? I really don't know. So, yeah, unfortunately, he gets the Whoopsie Hands to Virus Award. I'm going to give this the award for that. I don't like it. I'm going to give this 1 out of 10. So he gets the double 1, as Han would say. So unfortunately, yeah, you get the Whoopsie Hand to Virus Award because you pay 20k tax because he's your second leaper. It's 190k, but I have no idea what he's in the team for, apart from having a really cool name. Like I say, Hoshikomi, the celebrity, all that, I get that, but this guy I do not get. Doesn't matter if I get it or not, long as you know, but he gets the first Whoopsie Hantavirus Award. So sorry about that. Really don't like to give that one out, considering it was my player who did the Whoopsie. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what his role is, because I have no idea. And for 190k, woo, that's a lot of money. So there you go. Let's hope I don't have to give any of them whoopsies about. Right, so who was next? Well, that's not going to help me, is it? Let me have a look. Go to my MML thing. Right, so we've had the Hanovers. Right, we're back to the Wyatt team, the Vipers, and I'm so happy about this one. I really am happy about this one. He signed Yaya Ding Dong, yes. Another player he scouted. And I like this player as well. He's a skink, obviously. It's not a proper white team without skinks. It's agility 4, move 9, and he has sprint. So 1 push, maybe, and he'll be able to get himself a touchdown. So he's not 1 turner, because he needs a push, but he's almost there, isn't he? Or maybe 2, depending. However you want to do it. Yeah, I like this. Obviously, skinks are quite fragile, but yeah, I think the Wyatt's gonna maybe try and build this into a 1 turner. He's got obviously a good recipe there already. Obviously, he's dodging anywhere on a 2+ thanks to his stunted skill. Obviously, he's only got dodge, the extra movement and sprint makes this guy almost. Well, he's a deadly 2 turner, isn't he? And you've got a brilliant chance to score 1 turn. I really like this. I really like this one indeed. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It almost gets the award, just doesn't, because I'm always a bit worried about fragile, and it still needs a push or 2 to get the 1 turner. But again, quality signing. Yaya Ding Dong. The name is amazing. Anyone doesn't know Yaya Ding Dong? It was a song sung in Eurovision in Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams' Netflix film Eurovision Fire Saga. Brilliant, crazy film. So I hope Yaya Ding Dong does really well for him. Right then, next one. Who do we have now? trying to get this done before my game. I've got Rebel game and I'll come back to the third part. Let's see what we've got. Right then, we have the Port Reavers Outlanders. This guy automatically goes into my I Love You book. He has signed the Postman. Yes, the Postman. The legendary Postman. And why is he such a great player? Because the Postman always delivers. I'm so proud that one of my most favourite names in Blood Bowl history is going to be Blitz next season. So already I am a Port Reaver fan. Obviously, he's a Norse runner. He's got agility 4, movement 8, blodge, sure hands, sure feet. Really, really like this player. I can't give it 10 out of 10. I want to because of the name. But, God, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. And the reason he doesn't get the 9 is because he's only strength 3 and there's a lot of crazy ball strippers out there, ball sackers. So until I see the rest of them, But as a strength 3 ball carrier goes, he's as safe as you get, really, isn't it? Blodge, sure hands. I really, really like it. I think this is a really good, solid pick. The Gator was a bit of a no-frills thing. I mean, this is why, in a way, I would have had the Postman as my first pick because I'm like, man, he's such a good player. He's a better player than the Gator is, although they both do obviously different things. But yeah, I realise. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and I think that's massively upgraded the Reavers in the scoring stakes. And like I said, the Postman will always deliver. Remember that. Right then. That's that one done. Who we got next? We have... Ooh, Thundun. Thundun. Where is he? Here he is. Right, I thought he'd go for a gutter or ball player. Instead, he went for a really cool named Underworld troll called Hunch Greenback. This was on the scout report as well. I can't remember who put the scout in. But a block pro Underworld troll. So technically, really, this should be one of the best behaved trolls. 170k, not bad for a big guy. I always think trolls are quite good value for money usually. Obviously, he's got Mighty Blow as well. It's alright, isn't it? It's alright. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's a bit better than average because obviously he's got pro as well. So I know Thunder loves pro. Pro's really good on big guys. And obviously he's got block as well. So this one should be very, very reliable, I think. And his strength 5, so it gives a bit more muscle. So he'll probably be fighting down that middle channel. Einchin might be there with him as well. So yeah, a really, really solid pick that. Obviously adds more strength. And yeah, the Honey Badgers look like they're going for a bit of domination down the middle by the looks of it. So yeah, another solid pick to go with Einchin. Really, really good pick. Right, next one then. What do we do now? Right, it's Alma's Necro... Well, how can I not say that? Necroopolis. I've just absolutely murdered that, haven't I? Alma's Necro. Let's call it that. Necropolyps. Narcoleptics. Right, so obviously he went for Lewis Michaels in his first pick. He's now gone for Grand Eternity. A nice, solid pick. He's got block guard, strength 5. So again, he's trying to hold down the middle, and that's a good piece. Obviously, Rose a bit worried about decay. But again, solid pick. Obviously got the blocking there. I'd give it 7 out of 10 as well. I think he's a reliable pick. He's got the strength, just like the Underworld Troll did for Thunder. And obviously, guards always a big thing for teams like this. Try and protect their assets, especially things with DK. So yeah, I like that. I think that's a really, really good solid pick. I really do. So there we go with that one. Now then, MTB then. So he interestingly went for a good one in the first. A nice tree. Guess what? He's gone for another one. This is a halfling tree. Fast back. Movement 4 again. So he's gone for 2 movement 4 trees. I like that. He's got break tackle as well. Really, really, really smart. Shrewd. And this one's only 200k. I really like this one as well. I'm going to give this 9 out of 10. This is a halfling tree, but it has break attack, it's got movement, but it doesn't have any, it doesn't have block, it doesn't have any ball sacking abilities if he's going for the break tackle thing, but I do still really rate a strength 6, movement 4, potentially movement 6 break tackle piece with stand firm, and obviously this hasn't got loner on it either, so that really makes him very, very dangerous. And it wouldn't surprise me if NTB goes for a third tree with his third pick as well. 3 strength 6 trees, all with break tackle maybe. 2 of them already got movement 4. They're going to be able to definitely dominate down the middle. Obviously, you're still always worried about getting rooted. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? But again, I like that. Another really good pick from NTB. What do we have now? Tony. Yes, Tony. Who went for Salamander in the... Oh, where am I going? Where am I going? Here we go. Ishelware, Midnight. As you can see, it's a vampire. It's Count Luther von Draken. I'm sure it's von Drakenborg, but it doesn't fit. So we're going to have to call him Count Luther von Draken, and he's a celebrity. Strength 5, AV9. Sidestepping vampire with block, not bad. And obviously, unlike obviously the star player in the proper game, who obviously doesn't have bloodlust in the proper game, he's a lot cheaper as well. 230k. So he's gone for 2 strength 5 pieces. This is a nice piece. Obviously, with him being afterlife, he's gonna have some thralls anyway. So you can get good vampire picks for these sort of teams. Celebrity pack as well could get some really good there as well. What would I give this, though? Oof. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. It's a very good piece. I think there's better out there. But again, strength 5 is going to be hard to move. And he's got sidestep as well. And he's got hypno. Yeah, solid piece indeed. And that's 2 powerhouses. Look at that, 2 strength 5s already. 450k spent already, though, as well. So remember that. So, yeah, that's a good one as well. Right, let's have a look. What do we have next? The Rage Fire Raptors. Wow, Scars. Oh, look at that, right next to me there. And another team who don't care what Pop think. So, another elite player. So, that's 2 elite players. So, this player will get a 20k fan by that miserable Pop. This was a scouted player as well, I do believe. He could possibly be in his. Just plus strength, so just strength 4. 170k. It's alright, isn't it? It's alright. Strength 4 wood dancers is pretty good. He's got no ball sacking skills, though, what's a concern. But again, ball carrying is pretty good, isn't it? Strength 4, blodge, leaping. Ball carry would be nice. It'd be interesting how he builds this guy, because obviously he's only got 6 XP. So there's a lot of things you can do with him. Pardon me. I'm going to give it... I'll give it 7 out of 10, because if it lives long enough, it might be able to build this into a much better piece. I think this is definitely one of those projects. You don't see many projects these days, because of obviously you're only allowed to keep 5 players this time around, and people obviously usually go for the level 5, level 6 players when they can. But yeah, obviously they will get charged 20k tax because that's 2 leapers. Pop will only allow you to have 1 without, and then it's 20k per leaper after that. But yeah, solid pick. So he likes his leapers. That's 2 already he's got of his first 2 picks. Right then, so we now got Jimmy Mack, the Philly Tailgate Bullies. Superior thing. Right, okay, so Wrath the Blackheart was taken. So already we've got a bit of a theme here. 2 Case Dwarfs gone already. Now, Wrath the Blackheart was on my list. I won't lie. He was the best killer on the market for Chorfs. I remember having a few chats and thinking, do I want this guy? Because obviously it cost me in for the parallel and the claw. And I was like, sort of, could I afford this guy? Don't have to worry now, because this guy's got him. Wrath Blackheart, very, very good piece. You know, I can't give it 10 out of 10. I'll give it 9 out of 10. Because I don't think Ainchin's got the extra strength, hasn't he? He's more of a better killer, strength 4. This guy's a strength 3. So obviously you can get 2 down on this guy a lot easier. He's obviously got no guard as well if he's on the floor. And the other thing as well why I didn't give it 10 out of 10 was because obviously if he does pile on, that's 3 movements, so he's only going to stand back up and move 1 square unless there's a few GFRs, and we know how deadly GFRs are. But again, he was definitely the best Chorf out there if you wanted just full-on kill. Dauntless will help against strength 4 pieces as well. This is a really, really good pick. Obviously, they're living up to their name, the Bullies, with a piece like that. So, yeah, 2 of the best killers have both now gone. Obviously, this was, I thought, the best Chaos Dwarf blocker killer, and obviously Ainchin went to Thunder earlier. So yeah, really, really good pick. I give that 9 out of 10 for definite. That is a big upgrade, and yeah, it'd be interesting if he goes for a Chorf again in the 3rd, because obviously with the name Bullies, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes for another claw piece. So not bad there. Right, who do we have next? The Cockroaches. Let's have a look. What he's gone for? Where are we? Right then, so Chris Hathorn he's gone for. Again, yeah, I remember him saying he liked this piece, and it is a solid pick as well. Another claw piece gone off the market. I know a lot of people was after this one. Very good piece. Obviously, he might blow, claw, horns, so his strength 4 on the blitz, tackle, and guard. And yes, certainly this is definitely a Hot Dice NTB award. 10 out of 10. This does everything. He's got the tackle for the bludgers. He's got the Mighty Blow Claw to get rid of players. He's got the strength up to get 2 die normal strength 3 pieces. He's got the guard as well, so he can get stuck in there as well. And obviously he's got the speed as well. So this guy covers all the bases. You know, if he had Stand Firm, it would just be beautiful. Or even Frenzy would be nice for a level 7. 210k is not that much for a player of this quality. And I think this is a massive upgrade on this team already. He's got Hand with the speed. He's got Crockett with a strength 5 with a guard. And yeah, this team just looks really, really good. It's building nicely. Obviously, he's got the 2 he picked up before the draft. And you can already see a good shape going on here already. So yeah, really, really, really good pick indeed. Right then, so next online is the Tiwanaku Flying Pebbles then. So he got a tree in the 1st round. And I was, you know, chances are he was going to take a tree 2nd round. It seems like in this sort of expansion draft is if you can have a tree, taking them. It's really interesting to see why. But yeah, a bit surprised to be fair. But yeah, the Pebbles also got a tree. And he got Long Breeze. So again, he's gone for the +1 movement. So obviously, if they get knocked down, they don't need to roll 4+ to get up. And this one's got Block. So again, a nice solid halfling tree. Got your movement, got your block. Again, definitely an 8 out of 10, I would say, for this one. You know, good value of that, 180k for an extra movement and block tree. And obviously, it would have been a halfling tree as well. It's not got loner, so that helps. So it's really, really interesting to see how it's gone, really, hasn't it? The way, you know, everybody seems to be getting trees if they can have them. But yeah, 2 trees, 2 movement, 3 trees. I don't think they're as good as NTB. I think NTB's definitely got the better trees out the players who've got them so far. But it's not bad, and obviously the money he'd have saved not getting them higher level trees, he'll be able to use somewhere else. But yeah, interesting one, that one. Alright, let's have a look then. Who have we got next? Alright, we've only got one more, and it's DeMarco. So DeMarco has this, the last pick of this round we're going to do now, and then obviously we will come back with his third pick. So let's just have a look at this one. So is he going to go for a tree as well? He does. He goes for a tree as well. This one though, just a bit more fruity. It's got a little bit more terror boost in there. Splinter old wood. This one's a movement 4 tree with guard. Interesting that a lot of like he has and NTB has as well. They've gone for very fast. Well, I say very fast. Fast for trees. You know, you've always got the worry that I could stay, you know, go root and that, you know, stand still and don't do nothing, no matter what movement they are. But you know, again, 200k. You know, so you've spent 370k on trees. Interesting. I mean, obviously, I haven't had a look at the third round yet. But when I talked to him, he was on about taking 2 trees, and he's took the 2 trees. I think the last play he was after was a dwarf, if I remember correctly. I think it was the Dragon Slayer off the top of my head, but we'll find out shortly, I think. Obviously, I can name because obviously the draft will be done by the time I release this. So, right. Tell you what, pardon me. I'll go through them all. We'll give it a rating out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10 for the 7/6s, I think. 2 nice trees, no frills, no block though, bit of a concern. Yes, you can get a 3 die, what makes it a lot better, and they don't have loner. But again, you know, if someone wants to do a red die on these guys, it's just a lot easier than not having block. Saying that, if he does get the dwarf, to add a bit more steel there, then he's going to have a good middle. But yeah, 7 out of 10 so far going into the final one. Now then, the honey badgers then. Now we know why Mr. Thunder didn't like the fouling in the video, because he might be getting a bit worried that Ainchin might get stamped on. And I'll tell you something, Ainchin did get fouled upon a lot in last season, so that's maybe something that Thunder will have to be a bit careful with. So he's got Hunch Green back as well. Again, it's a solid sort of Underworld Troll. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 so far. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes with the third pick. He's gone for 2 physical pieces. Spent 390k so far, but he does have the popcorn, so he will get 100k of that back after the main draft, so he'll save on that, because they are both of a level 3. Interesting how he goes though. Will he go for another beefy piece? Or will he go for something different? I think he might stay with another beefy piece, to be fair. Get 3 good solid pieces, and then maybe look for a bit of classy faster pieces or ball handler pieces in the normal draft. But yeah, so far so good. 2 good picks there. The Philly Tailgate Bullies then. You know, again, not bad at all. Obviously, Ralph's a very good player. He's a Parnon claw piece. I think Hashut Val Bull's a solid, no frills bull. I'll say 7 out of 10 so far. It's a solid, you know, expansion so far. I mean, the bull's all right. I think because it's Blitz, you know, there was a better bull out there. But again, you pay, I think, about 78k on top, so that's a lot of difference, isn't there, I guess. Obviously, Ralph's a very good player, you know. So it'd be interesting what he picks for third player. I think he's going to go Choff again. I really do now. I've got the thing they're called the Philly Tailgate Bullies, so I think they're going to go. I think we might see another claw piece. I think that's where it may go. And it wouldn't be a bad call because I think obviously all the expansion drafts, they got the last in the first round, and rightly so, because obviously they get 3 picks before the draft. So yeah, I'm expecting a claw piece for him. But again, a solid start. Yeah, this one I'm going to go 5 out of 10. I wasn't 4, 5. Yeah, 5 out of 10. A lot of money's been spent, 410k. And I look at both these pieces. Definitely Dimitri Cage Shaka. I have no idea what he's supposed to be. And Hoshi Komi, I mean, leaping on a 4+ is always risky. He's got no tackle. He's got mighty blow. He's got jump up. He's got
diving tackle, but he didn't have sidestep. And he's going to go another 100 XP before he gets in level. The good thing with Hoshid, though, obviously, if having been a cool name, is he obviously is a celebrity, so he might get something from there. But I just don't know what these guys are supposed to be, you know. Especially with I think that's a lot of money, 100k for a player like that. I mean, as long as he knows what he's doing, that's fine. But I'm just looking at it and I'm like, that's a lot of money for what, you know. But we'll see. What will he pick in his last pick? I have no idea. I mean, what can he take? Let me have a look. I just don't know where he's going to go with it. I mean, he's got 2 leapers already, so he's already paying 20k tax as well. I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea where he's going next. A big guy might be helpful. I had a bit of grunt down there. A ball carrier would be nice, because none of these two are ball carriers, really. A ball sacker would be nice, because again, although he leaps in, it's on a 4+, but he's got no ball sacking skills. So I'm really interested how he goes with these two. I mean, they both may have an amazing season, and they can say yeah, told you, Bernie, I know what I'm doing. But I've just got to call it how I see it, and I just have no idea what these two are supposed to be doing. You know, I don't know what their role is, shall we say. And the Port Reeve Outlanders, well, they've got the one and only the Postman. The Giant Gator is a no frills Croc score. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 so far. I like the Norse Runner, not so. And the Croc score, again, you've got to have cheaper. Well, I say cheaper, it's 180k, but you've got to have these more no frills sort of pieces. I mean, Croc scores are really good pieces. It'd be interesting what he goes with his third pick. Me personally, I'd be looking for another big guy, another like a tasty, like a Yeti or something. That's what I'd be after. I think I'd go for a Yeti next. But we'll see what he does. But yeah, it's a good team. Definitely a good team there. The Pebbles, well, you know, no frills really. A nice block movement 3 tree, and a guard movement 3 tree. I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Again, you know, I'm giving a lot of 7 out of 10 because basically the picks are solid. You know, they're just solid picks. You know, they have a budget, and it's always quite hard for a new franchise, so they've got to be careful with the pennies. But he's got 2 there. Will he go for the third? Can he have a? No, he can't have a third, can he? Because it's small. You need small people. So it'll be interesting what he goes for next. Will he go for an ogre? Will he go for a trendy nobbler, goblin, halfling? Be interesting to see what he goes for. I think he might go for an ogre. I guess. I think he'll go for another big guy, unless there's something really good with the small little dudes. What he might be tempted with, I guess. But again, solid. Rage Fire Raptors. This is a hard one. This is a really hard one for me to go with. I'm going to go with 6 out of 10. At least I sort of know what these guys are going to try and do. I mean, Ash Hardwood could be a good ball carrier if he wants him to be. Strength 4 is always good. He hasn't got any, like, strip ball or tackle yet. Tarben Jake, like I said, he's been signed a few times, and I know a few people. I think NTB's had him before as well, or tried to get him. And Power V, I think, likes him as well. But to me, he's another of these where, like, what's he trying to do? He's got agility 5, so he can pass the ball, but he's got no passing skills. He can hold the ball, but he's got no show hands. He can leap in on a 2+, but he only has strip ball. So, like I said, I'd like to think the majority of ball carriers will have show hands. So, you know, I just wonder what he'll do. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it could be just me, because I know a few of the coaches do like Tarben Jake, so it's probably just me. Just don't value the piece as much as others. But I'll give them a 6 out of 10 going to the third one. Again, we're going to get an elf. I'll be interested what we do. I think he needs a killer. Just to give him a bit of beef. What's he got? High elf, dark elf, yeah. Oh, I mean, he's one of the... He hasn't got a tree yet. Maybe he'll join the tree brigade. Who knows? Who knows? Ooh, Ishawar Midnight. Yeah, I like these. I'm going to give these... God. I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. I think I like the Salamander pick. You know, 220, strength 5, block, mighty blow, guard, stand firm obviously comes with. And then he's got Count Luther, who's obviously got celebrity perk. Strength 5, he's got obviously hypnotic gaze, he's got AV9 as well, and sidestep. He could cause a lot of problems and open up channels for the rest of his team. I think we might see a Wolf third pick here. I think that's what they need next. But yeah, this is a good start. Tony, very shrewd GM. ProStar might disagree, but I think he is. Right then, Alma. Right, well, he went and got one of the famous Michaels bloodline. He got Louis Michaels. Again, an interesting one is agility 4. He's got movement 9, blodge, sidestepper, sure feet. So he's good. He's got a good chance to 1 turn, good chance of scoring 2 turns as well. He's got a bit of quality there with his agility and a bit more speed, and obviously he can go and hit and then usually run away on a 2+ with a built-in reroll. So again, you know, 270. It's not the type of wolf I'd have gone with. I'd have gone with obviously Mighty Blow Wolf, but again, that's probably my sort of like the way I play. I'm a lot more physical and, you know, bashier coach. Where obviously I think Alma's looking at Louis Michaels as he can still do a bit of bash with the claw, but obviously he can cover a lot more rolls and do them well. Or maybe he'll just go up and then obviously his ball carrier will hand it off 2 on 2+ and score that way. I don't know. Grand Eternity is a very nice, you know, no frills sort of thing. He's got the block, what's always important on a Tomb Guardian. And obviously guard as well. For 150k, that's a bargain. I'm going to give him... I think I'm going to give him 8 out of 10 as well. I quite like this. I think that there's plenty of potential there in Louis Michaels, and Grand Eternity is just how you want it on a Tomb Guardian. Only thing it's really missing maybe would be either a Mighty Blow, or unless you want to go stand firm. But I think as it is for 420, you've got yourself 2 really good quality players there. So yeah, I really like the way Alma's done the first ones there. The Brawlers, now then, 470k done. I'm going to give these a 9. I'm going to give these a 9. Now, I know that is higher than everybody else. But he's gone out and he's got himself 2 seriously fast trees. Both have break tackle, so you can't hold these in place unless he roots. Obviously, Red Creek, fair, block, guard, break tackle. You know, he's got multiple block as well. Mighty Blow, obviously, thick skull, strong arm for throwing. I really like this guy at all. And then fast back, obviously, he's just a bit younger. But again, you know, he's got his 2 movement. He's got break tackle again as well. The Brawlers do have popcorn, so they will get 100k back after the draft. So really, they've spent 370. Interesting to see what he picks on his third. I'm almost certain it's gonna be another tree. I really do, because I think he wants to get his 3 trees done, and then he can look in the draft for other stuff. But having 3 trees in a team is going to be scary, especially when they got break, tackle, and movement 4. So yeah, I really like the things he's bought there. Right, the cockroaches. Also, I mean, again, two very good pieces. I mean, obviously we know a bit more here with Han and Krogig. I'd give this 9 out of 10 as well, because obviously I'm going to add these in this selection because the part of the team already. I mean, he's got his 1 turn. He's got Croc of the Black who'll hold down the middle with Dead Grip, who's obviously not got claw, but he does have block, guard, and stand firm. He's going to be paying the backside, either down the middle or trying to surf on the side. And then he's got a really good killer in Crying Hawthorne. He's got everything. So I think the cockroaches have done really, really well. I know for a fact if Crane Hawthorne was available, I would have been maybe interested in him, maybe. But yeah, really, really good there. So I'll give them 9 out of 10 for that. Alliance Vipers, I'm going to give them an 8. Yaya Ding Dong, love him. He's got potential to be just an amazing 1-turner if he lives long enough. And Cheska Warrior Princess, obviously, a blodger, strength 4, agility 4, tackle piece. Be interesting to see how the you know, the go with that with the skills. If you get any more skills, obviously Atlantis Vipers, I do believe they used to be an old franchise, so they've still got a bit more money than some of these newer franchises for definite. It'd be interesting where they go with the third one. Well, I think they might go for a Saurus or a Crux as the third one. But we'll see. But yeah, I like them. So 8 out of 10 there. So, I mean, this is just roughly how I think so far. It could change as we look at the third picks. But yeah, I think majority of them, like I said, have done very, very well. It's interesting to see the trees have basically been, you know, everybody who could have a tree has gone for it, apart from, I think, Rage Fire Raptor. They're the other ones who said, you know what, we're not really bothered about a tree at the moment. So yeah, so we'll back in a minute with the final round of the draft and see if we get some more interesting picks. Right then, so we're back with the third round of the expansion. So let's finish this off then. So DeMarco had the last pick of the second round, and now he's got the first pick of the third round. Hold on, if I went the right way. And yeah, he went for he did go for the player. I thought he was going to go for the Dragon Slayer. A lot of cash there, 270k, but he is a strength 5, mighty blow, Parlon, stand firm card monstrosity of a Troll Slayer. You're gonna have to be careful though. He's only AV8, and I can see this sort of piece getting fouled quite a lot. It's got Dauntless. That's gonna be really good against trees. This guy will certainly smash a few trees away. I'd give this rating of 8 out of 10. And the reason I give it 8 out of 10 is it's quite expensive piece. Do you need strength 5 on a Troll Slayer? It's debatable. Maybe you do now. I've seen all these trees. Stamp Fem's always a nice thing to have. It's a really, really nice piece. It's going to be interesting to see what he's going to do though, DeMarco, in the proper draft, because he's spent a lot of cash already. That's 640k he's already spent. Then obviously he's going to have his on top of that he'll have his re-rolls and apothecary and all that stuff as well. So you know, it's going to be interesting to see what he goes with. You'd imagine he'll have a few like no frills sort of players. It'll be interesting to see how a lot of these new coaches do. Will they just go and buy just Lanos, nice cheap Lanos, just to put on the LOS and then rely on the quality 6-7 players they could get for a decent price. So overall, though, you know, I mean, you got two strength 6 trees, strength 5 Troll Slayer. It's going to be interesting to go. I mean, I like these big builds because I'm interested to see how well they'll do. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on that one. But yeah, like I say, solid indeedy. Right, so after DeMarco, we have... Is it Geo? It is Geo. Well, if you remember, I'm trying to remember what I said in the second part of this video. I do believe I said, well, he's probably going to go with a big guy, probably an Ogre. Oh, it's... It's actually hard to be on the tree. I honestly thought then, oh my god, I forgot to do it. Then I thought, yeah, I did. I definitely did this guy, because this is a crazy guy. And look at him, he's already in training. He's pretending to be a tree. This was amazing. This is what I was hoping Gio would do. I think, you know, when he was looking at all the free agents, I'm sure he did mention this guy, Leaping Fritz. I mean, this guy is just amazing. Agility 4, wrestle, strip ball, pro, leaper. So he leaps on 3+ into a cage. It's going to be funny as heck to see that come jumping in. He is a lot of cash though, 340k, so he has spent quite a bit of money. So what's that? It's 580, 650, 690 already spent. But that is some serious firepower. I don't really know what to give this in a way of rating out of 10. Because, I mean, if it works, it's good. It's got the pro in case it goes bonehead as well. It's not a loner, so, you know, you could just use a normal reroll. Like I said, strip ball's okay. Wrestle's a lot better, I think, with Leap. I like it. It's a bit expensive, but you are going to get expensive when it's like, you know, this sort of level. But I would say I'd give this about an 8, I think. So yeah, 8 out of 10, I'd go with this one. So yeah, I'm really happy to see Leaping Freight. So that's definitely a sort of thing I was hoping Geo would bring to the Blitz, is crazy plays like this. So that's pretty good. So we've got Strength 5 Troll Slayer as a third pick, and now we've got a Leaping Ogre. So yeah, I really like it. Again, you know, we've just seen two teams there of stacked on strength. Both of them teams both have 2 strength 6s, and both of them have a strength 5 piece each as well. But this is an agility 4 ogre, and the good thing as well about this ogre as well is you could even use him as a ball carrier as well, because it's gonna be hard to get off a strength 5 piece. You know, so maybe it's a backup sort of ball carrier. So I like that pick. It's expensive. He's expensive, but you know, if he wins you some games, it'd be well worth it. I think every team has the luxury of at least one player like this. So I really like that one. Right, Booby Man then. Let's have a look what Booby went for. Really impressed with how Booby's gone with his team so far. And he's gone with Stab, a celebrity as well, what always helps. He's a gut runner. Obviously, we can't give Weeping Blades or Daggers, you know, what he should have as a star player. On the plus side, it will be obviously a little cheaper. He's not a bad pick. I'm going to give this a 7. Just because gut runners are always good. He's got Blood, he's got Preemptive Tail, and Preemptive Tail and Shadowing work well together. You know, I prefer his other picks, but you know, at least it gives it a bit more speed to the team. And obviously, Skitter can work with Han as well, so there's some good synergy there. So I think really, Boomman for his first sort of like expansion draft, I think has been really good. And obviously he's got Han, he's got Crocky as well, so I really like that. So that's not a bad one. Let's have a look. Next one then. So next one is Jimmy Mac. Now, I had a feeling he was going to go down the Choth route again, because he's gone for he went for 2 Chaos Dwarf pieces. I thought he was going to keep going down that physical, you know, bully route, as his name implies, but he didn't. He actually went for a really good quality piece in Ted Berry, and I'm quite happy to say this is a Hot Dice NCB ranking 10 out of 10. It's a great piece. It is an absolute great piece. I mean, you've got your wrestler, you've got your tackle, you've got your strip board, so you've got all 3 you know, ball sacking options there. Is agility 5, so even on a standard cage, his cage diving on the 4+ was not terrible. With dodge built in as well, so you know, I really like this piece. I must admit I was a bit surprised after seeing the first 2 picks, but this is a really good pick. I really like. I think this is a sort of pick what can certainly get him. Well, maybe. Well, it could get him a title. It's certainly going to get him some wins for definite. I really like it. I really like this pick at all. He's gone for a ball carrier. He's gone for a high elf catcher. I think he's one of the best catchers in Blitz, to be honest. It's definitely high elf anyway. And then obviously you've got the Chaos Dwarf blocker as well. What was the most killiest Chaos Dwarf on the FA as well. So in my opinion, that is really good. He's got the best Dwarf killer. He's got, in my humble opinion, definitely one of the best high elf catchers, scoring options. And the Bull Sentinel's solid. You know, he's not top end, but he's solid. He's no money in the bank, but you know, he's certainly good enough to do a job. They do need a ball carrier though, because that bull's obviously there to be a bit of everything. Thrown in the guide when he can, and then obviously he'll be like a last line of defense with Ted Berry. So an enforcer, two pieces. In a defense, this is building really well. He's done a good job, I think, on them 3. I'm really impressed with that. I didn't see that coming, I'll be honest. I think that's a really smart call, and it's good now. I'm sort of like getting this team now the way he's recruited. I think it's a really good selection. Really, I can't stress that enough. How good of a thingy that was. Right, now we're going back to the Elfic Union. I said, well, we knew it was going to be an elf. What sort of elf was it going to be? Spare me when I get to them. Scars' team. It was a high elf and he was a thrower. And this was a scout one as well. I don't know if this was his he picked again. A lot of people have gone for scout like tickets and have gone and picked them up. Again another interesting one. I mean, it's agility 5. What's good? Agility 5 thrower with pass and safe throw is always going to be good. Leader reroll is interesting, so it'll be interesting to see how many rerolls he runs with normally, plus the leader. Again, it's a very young thrower. I'd probably give this 7 out of 10. He's good as he is, but obviously this guy his potential could be so much better if he lives. I mean, he's going to be doing a lot of stuff on a 2+, and that's what you want, don't you? And obviously he's got the leader thing there as well, so it's not bad. It's an interesting team, this. You know, I don't really know where I put this team in the final draft rankings, but the throw will certainly do a job. And obviously for 150k, an agility 5 thrower with safe throw and pass reroll and lead reroll, that's pretty good value. Yeah, there is better ones out there, but for 150k, you can't go wrong with that. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see anyway. So we will see. Right. So who do we have next? Right, Tony. So we go in. I did say I think he was going to go with a wolf, and he didn't disappoint me, and he was a really nice one as well. Norwich Silverback, no frills, just block and mighty blow, but he's got claw as well and frenzy. I'm going to give this. Oh God, I'm going to give it an 8. I can't give it now because it's not too developed, but for shrewdness of 170k, you've got the 2 skills you really need. What is mighty blow and block? So yeah, I'm really impressed the way he's gone about his market. I mean, obviously he got a bit of advantage over the new franchises this season because obviously he was the GM for Proud Star. So you know, I think that shows he's got 3 really good players. Obviously, it'll be good to see how Salamander goes. Count Luther's going to be a handful, and Norwich sees the enforcer. He's going to go around hunting, and obviously with Frenzy, might blow claw. He's going to be deadly. Really, really smart pick. Right, the next one. Although there's a bit about looking at the Discord now, there's a bit confusion between MTB and Alma. I think Alma went before MTB. Maybe don't know what happened there, but I'm going to do it in the way it was supposed to be. Now the question really was he going to go for 3 trees? Where the heck? There he is. That was the question, and the answer is he sure did. Tangle Thorns. Interesting. Movement 4, break tackle, pass block, side stepping, diving, tackle, tree. It's a bit of a mouthful. Do you know what? I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Again, the good thing about this is he's got break tackle and pass block. Well, pass block's very, how can I put it, rarely used skill. But let's just say, for instance, someone throws the ball. He can break tackle, and he can maybe mark up the catcher or something like that, or get to the throw before he threw it. Obviously, he's got diving, tackle, sidestep. He's movement 4. He's a halfling tree as well, so he hasn't got loner. He's got stand firm as well. This guy's going to be an absolute pain in the backside. He really, really is. This guy will be an absolute nightmare. He can just basically park up next to the ball carrier and say, right, you can either -2 dodge, or you can hand off to somebody else, and they'll try and get you with another piece. He's the most annoying one out of the 3. And again, he spent a lot of cash. I mean, what's that? 690, 760. I mean, he will get 150 of that back after the draft. But it's still a lot of money for 3 trees. But again, there's not going to be many teams that are going to be able to go down the middle on this team. And they're fast enough to actually try and go from left to right as well in a couple of turns. So, really smart. It's a lot of cash, but obviously, you know, popcorn will help to a certain extent there. Be interested to see what he gets in the draft. I'm quite interested to see what he does there. Right, now we'll go to Alma. I can't remember what I said Alma would go for here. I think I'd have probably got it wrong, to be fair, if I did. He's gone for another Tomb Guardian. Brett Sand, strength 6. Strength 6 block guard. One thing I'm learning pretty quickly in the expansion draft is there's got to be a lot of teams who are just going to be just almost impossible to beat down the middle. And it's going to be interesting when two of these big juggernauts collide down the middle. Again, strength 6 with guards. So he's got two, I mean, strength 5, strength 6 Tomb Guardians. I mean, that's just nasty. That really is nasty. Man, that is brutal. Brutal. Again, I'd probably give this something like a 9 out of 10 because 200k is not bad for a strength 6 block guard Tomb Guardian. Really, really like this pick. 200k is a fair price for this as well. So yeah, he's got his ball handling sort of werewolf, and he's got 2 roadblocks in the Tomb Guardians. So yeah, that is pretty nasty, to be fair. They're going to be pretty solid as well. What we got now? Here we go. Thunden then. Let's see what Thunden went with. I've got to find him first. There we go. The Doctor will see you now. I can see me saying that on plenty of streams. Interesting one. The first thing what came to mind when I went for this is about time someone picked this guy up. I cannot believe no one picked this guy up last season. I was gobsmacked. He's 120k. He'll cost 170k, but 120k for a block Mighty Blow Claw piece. This was one of the biggest surprises last season that I didn't go. I mean, it's such a cheap piece, and it could cause so much carnage, and it's got potential. You could get tackle, you could get Mighty Blow. Not Mighty Blow, sorry, tackle or piling on. It could get some, frenzy. This is a shrewd. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I can't give it a 10 because it's not fully developed, but for the price of what you've got for and the destruction it can do, and obviously move 6, not too shabby as well. I can see this doing really well. The problem, obviously, for this team is obviously, we've seen a few of these other teams with all this strength 5, strength 6. It'll be to see if Thunden will try and do something in the draft to try and beef up that middle. But yeah, again, it's a really shrewd move. I mean, ironically, Thunden I think Thunden is going down the kill team route pretty quickly. Or is it just a case of he knows there's not much claw out there thanks to the miserable buggers of Pop, and he's just picking up now. That is I know for a fact Beers would have been after that. I am almost 99.9% sure that guy was on Beers' radar. Beers hasn't told me any of his plays is after, but I know he's interested in Iron Chin because we talked about that obviously, and I'm almost certain it would have been after the Doctor, definitely. So that's a big blow for Beers. But again, this is it in the expansion, isn't it? It's like, I've lost at least one piece in this draft. Beers might have done, and I'm sure others have as well. Like I said, I haven't seen the Discord chat yet. I've tried to keep out of that, so I can give this as my honest opinion. But that is really, I mean, his 3 signings are very, very good. There's no 2 ways about that. Right, who we got now? Dave versus Shark. Let's have a look. Right, where are we? It's not that. This, isn't it? If I remember correctly, it is. So he's got the Giant Gator, he's got the Postman, and now he's gone for Lady Strongfist. Interesting one. Mighty Blow and Frenzy. 130k, nice value for money. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. I'm not as big of a fan of Frenzy on Strength 3 unless I'm really guard heavy. I always like to put on Strength 4 pieces. That's why you'll see a lot of my Bull Centaurs. If I play Trolls, for instance, I'll get Frenzy. Beastman, I don't mind having a 1 on that. Because on the Blitz, the Strength 4. But again, it's a nice pick, 130k. It's really good value for money, that 130k. Be interested to see what he goes for next on her. Really, really nice balance the book sort of move that. You need some pieces like that. And that is a nice pickup. It really is. Got plenty of potential. Right, so that's that one. Now then, it's the Wyatt team. The Atlantis Vipers. I thought they might have gone for a Saurus or a Crocs, but he's not. He's gone for the Flying Dove. Coo, coo, as they say. The dove from above. Obviously, it's his other half, Mrs. Wyatt, who is going to be taking over. So she obviously likes the girls. She's trusting that girls can do it where men can't. And yeah, this is a really nice piece. the Flying Dove. I really, really like this. And this is going to be another one of those Hot Dice NTB awards. 10 out of 10. It's got movement 8, agility 4, sure hands. So it's and it's got blocks. It's a blodger, sure hands, agility 4, movement 8, accurate, pass, ball carrier, and thrower. It does everything it needs to do. And for 230k, I think this is a really good value. Obviously, you're always a bit concerned with AV7, but again, a lot of these pieces shouldn't be getting hit that often. Maybe Gio's Leaping Ogre might want to pay her a visit, but overall, yeah, real nice piece. This really, really like it. Shrewd thing. And the good thing about this as well, this will work really well in synergy with his potential one turner in Yaya Ding Dong. That's a great name. So again, this is a really quality. I mean, he's gone for 3 agility 4 players. So they've all had the agility upgrade. He's got Cheska, who's now strength 4 as well, and then obviously the speed of Yaya and the Flying Dove. This team's really, really, really nice. I've never seen Lady White play before, but it's a really he's done a really, really good draft. And the good thing is as well, it's 580k for them 3 players. I think that's a really good value. I think he's certainly got it done there. Definitely. So well played to him. Right, what we got left now? We must be almost there. Right, okay, the Dark Herman. His last pick then. Well, it confused me with the first 2 picks, didn't it? Let's hope I didn't understand the third pick. What we gonna get? Oh, it's a Norse. The Vision. Right, so we've got a thrower, Norse thrower. Movement 7, agility 4, strong arm, accurate, safe throw, sure hands, pass. This is definitely his best piece out of the 3. Definitely. People are probably going to disagree with you. I don't think it's as good as the Amazon thrower, even though it's got like strong arm and that. And it hasn't got dodge, but I do like it. It's a solid piece. I think I'd give 8 out. Do I want to give 9 or 8? Go on, we'll give it a 9. We'll give him a 9 for this one. I like the agility 4, movement 7. It helps a bit. Sure hands is always good. Safe throw, accurate, strong arm. That's going to make sure with pass, he's going to get a lot of 2+ there as well. And that's obviously what his job is. And now this sort of the vision. Obviously now I'm seeing the vision between him and Hoshikomi. I presume these 2 will be best buds. Vision will carry it, maybe hand it off or throw it to Hoshi. So that looks pretty good. I still don't understand what Dimitri's job is. I'm sorry. I wish I could figure that out. Yeah, I like the Vision. I think that's a really good pick. And that now obviously upgrades the pick of Hoshikomi as well. So yeah, not bad. Not bad indeed. So that is all the expansion picks. Every single expansion pick is done. So, finally, let's quickly go through them all on the final rating out of 10. Oh God, this is a tough one. This really is a tough one. I really want to give these 10 out of 10. I really do. It's definitely good draft. I like that when it costs 580k as well. That's really nice. The old sort of like link up as well. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. I really want to give it 10, but I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. A lot of chemistry between these 3 players as well. So White's done a really, really good job here. I'm sure Lady White will be extremely happy with what they've got. I really like the Flying Dove. I think that's a really smart pick to go with Yaya. So yeah, I think the Vipers are serious contenders. If they draft as good as that, they'll do really, really well. Obviously the Cockroaches, they've got next 2 players. Let's have a look again. I like this team as well. Crockett the Black, solid. Han, obviously, is a very good player. Stab, as his merits. Cryer is pretty good as well, as is Dead Grip. And I think, Crockett's a much better buy, even more now so after seeing some of these other teams. Again, he's going for quite a bit of guys. He's got 3 guard already. what do I go with this? I quite like this team. He spent 970 though already. That's the thing, and obviously he paid some transfers as well. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 because the draft is good and the players he's picked up are good as well. But I can see a lot more players he's going to be bringing in the draft and going to be superstars. And he's going to be relying a lot on Han, I think, to get him out of trouble. Because there's Kryno, obviously, he's the killer. Han's the scorer. But I just think he ain't gonna have much cash left over for this season to get much more enforcement. So he's had a good draft. 8 out of 10 is a very good draft. But I'm just a bit concerned now what else is going to bring in. But again, it's his first season, so who knows. The Brawlers, 760k spent. They will get 150k back. They'll get 150k that back after the draft, so they got 610 spent. Solid again. You got 3 trees there. All good. Again, it's hard because they are really, really good, and like I said, I have given them all quite high grades on the quality of the pick they've got. But then you've got to think of something like high elves or even people with 2-3 gutters or something like that. These 3 guys just stand there, and even though they're moving forward, they're going to struggle to get to them. But I do, saying that, I think it's a really, really good 3 picks. They're going to dominate the middle. They're going to be a pain in the backside. I think he's Europe this season, so I'm sure Bears will be glad he's not playing against him. I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10, just because it's a good start to the franchise, and they're going to be able to dominate the middle, and you're not going to be able to hold them down either with all the brave tackle in there. So yeah, the Brawlers, really, really good. Necropolyps, narcoleptics. God, that's a mouthful. Again, not bad. Like I said, they got the strength 6 in the Tomb Guardian there. They got the strength 5 there. Grand Attorney, Louis Michaels, obviously from the Michaels bloodline, is excellent as well. Obviously, Alma, very good coach. Now he's being GM Overkill. Be interesting how Overkill does with this team. I think he's mainly like a chaos player, so it'll be interesting to see. No Mighty Blow in this team, though. That is a concern. I won't lie, that is a concern. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I was going to go with an 8 out of 10, but because there's no Mighty Blow there, I'm going to just drop it down a little bit more now. We've seen a lot of the other teams with the Strength 6 trees and all that, and loads of Mighty Blow, and we've seen some Mighty Blow Claw out there as well. We've got a Leaping Ogre going about as well with Mighty Blow. This team needs some punch. Now, they might get that, in the normal draft, but as it stands, it's a good draft, but it's lacking bite at the moment, but it does have a bit of control. Now, let's have a look at the other Afterlife, what's always good to see. Obviously, he's got Salamander. I love Salamander. He's a goalie. He's strength 5. He's guard. Mighty Blow. Block. Stand firm. Thick skull as well. Solid. Count Luther von Drakenborg. Great player again. Strength 5. AV 9. But he's obviously got side step block as well. And then obviously you've got Norik Silverback, who's got Mighty Blow and block and claw. 620 for 3 quality players. I like this a lot. Hard to really decide what to give this. I mean, you're looking between 8 or a 9, really. I'm going to give it a 9 because of the 3 pieces all can do different things, but they can all work together. Like, for instance, Count Luthor could use his Hypno to bust a gap through for obviously Norris to go through, and obviously Salamander can get Crash Cage, stand next to the ball carrier, or bully pieces around. So yeah, a very, very good, very solid draft. Right, the Raptors, interesting. Again, I'm not a fan of Tarbane, Jake. Never have been. Like I said earlier in the program, I know a lot of people are. I couldn't have him. Ash Hardwood, again, got a lot of potential. Morton Highblood, again, good value for money. 550 for 3 players. Obviously, he's a really far pass, safe throw, leader, not bad. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. I think these pieces, although not outstanding, they are still elves. They still can get it done. And all 3 of these pieces can still win a game for him, and that's what he's looking for. And obviously, still have a decent amount of money to spend as well in the draft. I think this could be one of those teams where they have a lot of quality, not like big superstars, but like a lot of level 3, level 4s, and you know what, for elves that's really all you need anyway. So this certainly at the end of the normal draft, this could quite easily be graded to like a 8+, 9+ sort of thing, but we'll have to see. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. The pebbles, well, we was going with the normal solid 2 Treeman. He's rolled his die on Leaping Fritz. Now Leaping Fritz is a lot of money, 340k. He spent 690k in the draft already. It's a big gamble, but it's a gamble what could win him plenty of games. Nobody will want a strength 5 Leaping Ogre coming into their cage on a 3+. Again, obviously, Gio's a very good coach, and obviously this Blitz is made for Gio, in my opinion. And he's got 2 trees there as well. The trees are no frill trees, Leaping Fritz is really good. I'd give this round about an 8 out of 10. I think Leaping Fritz is a massive danger. The only bad thing is obviously he is expensive, but sometimes you've got to pay to get these big winners. And Leaping Fritz certainly has the capacity to be a huge superstar for the pebbles. And obviously with him leaping, he'll be like a flying pebble, won't he? Interesting to see what else to do. I mean, the good thing about things like small union, people can take nobles and stuff like that, is you can get like cheap plays for like 20, 30, 40k to beef up the roster. But I really like Leaping Fritz. I can't wait to see how he does. Like I said, the trees aren't too bad either. Right. Port Reaver Outlanders then. Bit of a mixed bag. Wasn't too chuffed with the Gator, although, it'll still do a good job for him. The Postman, really like that. He'll deliver for sure. Obviously, Blood, Short Hands. I just like him. I think he's a real nice piece. And Lady Strongfist, only 130k, but again, it's a nice piece. I'd like to see more guards, obviously, when he goes to the draft. But I think this is a really, really good savvy 3. And like I said, the Giant Gator's got guard and he has got grab as well. So maybe they'll make a fouling or 110 a lot easier using that Crocs. Yeah, I think this is a solid pick. I like the Postman. I think he'll have a good season. I'm going to go 8 out of 10 for these. I was tempted to go with Nam because them 3 plays for 530 is really good value, but I'm not totally sold on the Crocs. I'm sorry. So, but again, really good expansion draft there. Right, oh God, here we go. The Hanover Hangovers. What do we say about these? Hoshikomi, again, like I said at the beginning when I first said about him in the round 1 preview of this video, sort of not sure what he's supposed to be. Dimitri, I have no idea what he's supposed to be. And the Vision is a really nice upgrade. That really saves the expansion to me, because what the Vision does, it makes Hoshikomi a much better piece. I'm gonna still give it a 5 out of 10. Out of all the drafts of the teams, this is the one I'm not too sure on. Although I am a lot more confident now they've got the Vision, because I think he opens up he just upgrades Comi. If you get a player what then upgrades you the players around it in your roster, then that is a good player to get. 640k though, that's a lot of cash for what he's got. I'm interested to see what else he picks here. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to get. But again, this will be a team I'm going to be really interested to watch, because I want to know how he uses Dimitri. And obviously how Hoshikomi and the Vision work. Obviously, he will get a celebrity pack as well, what's always good. But yeah, the Vision, really like him. I think that's a really good final pick. And I think that really does give him hope in the season to come. Philly Tailgate Bullies. Now, you know what? I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 straight off the bat, just because of Ted Berry. I just think that's I really like that. I'll be honest, if I could have high elves, he would be up there, definitely. Obviously, you've got Hashit, who's very good, because he obviously can come in and help guard. Like I said, he's a last line defense as well. He's got a break tackle. He's nothing sexy or anything like that. He's just a standard no frills piece, but he does what he needs to. Wrath of Blackheart, very, very good. Killer, got piling on. Obviously, we've seen Thunder take a few kills as well. I don't know if they're in the same player pool, but obviously you want to fight fire with fire there. But yeah, I think Ted Berry is a fantastic signing. Really think that that sort of signing takes this from like a 7.5 up to a 9. It's almost pushing a 10. That's how good I think these three are, to be honest. So yeah, really good. So just 2 more to go then. The Hoffenheim Honey Badgers. Well, what can you say? This is the team what's gonna get the Hot Dice NTB award overall. Now, the reason I say that is for a few reasons. First of all, Einchin to me is still he had a rough season last season, although I think he was with a new coach and someone who's still learning Blood Bowl or learning his trade. He's back in the hands of an absolute brutal killer from the south in Thunden, who tries to make out that he's all a nice guy and all that sort of stuff, but he's not fooling nothing with this roster. So he went and got the best killer. He paid the 220 for it. I knew he would, and I would have done the same. Hunch Green back again, solid. I think the reason why he didn't take Claw maybe because he's going to try and pick up the Doctor maybe. But Pro and Block means, and he's still got Mighty Blow and his Strength 5. This means he's as reliable as you can get an Underworld Troll, and he's only 170k, so that's a steal. And then if that wasn't a steal, well, I don't know what this is. This is just a daylight robbery. The Doctor, 120k. I still cannot believe this guy didn't go last season. I mean, there's so many Chaos Pack players and beers as well with the Chaos Gods. I was like, really? What's wrong with this piece? What is wrong with this piece? Thunden, the Shrewd Thunden, he is like, yeah, I'm having that. Definitely. The reason he gets a 10 is because he got really good picks for really good prices. They're all good value. And then look how much he spent, 510. He'll get 150 of that back as well at the end of the draft because he's got a Popcorn sponsor. So technically he's basically done 360k for 3 absolute fantastic players. And, what that does as well, it gives him a lot of wiggle room to get other players as well in the draft. This is one of those teams where there's a couple of teams in here I'm thinking, crikey, they could do what obviously our Timberwolves did in the first season, is actually get to a final, maybe win one. This team's going to have to be watched out for. The only thing is now is how much guard is he going to bring into this team? What sort of ball carriers is he going to bring into this team? Because that's some things he'll need to do because, so some of these teams already have just got pure strength. And like I said, I think a lot of people's, a lot of people's views on what they're going to draft will change now. Obviously, some of the players have been picked, so they can't take them anymore, so that obviously will change it. But obviously, some teams might think, right, I've got like all these strength 6 trees and all that in my division, are these for like really ridiculously high strength teams. Maybe now I'm going to draft in some more high strength to counteract that if they're in my division. So that's going to be an interesting one as well. But I think there's some really quality drafts done. Like anything, like I said, we've seen some 7s, 8, quite a few 9s. But I think this just does it because of the value for money they got. And they are very good players. And the thing is as well, you don't spend much money. So, it's going to be interesting to see what he goes for. I mean, what my 3 I'm quite happy with. What are they? They're 290. My 3 cost 570, and these two definitely are just as good. I like I said, I think Thunden's definitely done a good job there. The Philadelphia 76ers, great name, interesting one. This one, not really sure how to go with this team. Really not. I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. The reason I'm going to give that is the trees are solid. I mean, he's got a movement 4 tree with guard, and he's got a movement 3 in guard. The no frills solid trees will do the job. The Dragon Slayer, I like this piece. I really do. But the problem is it's 270k. He's spent a lot of cash already. 640k already on 3 players. How much more quality players is he going to be able to bring in to this team? That's going to be the interesting thing. Still waiting to see what sort of ball carriers he's going to go with. I presume the Dragon Slayer is going to be the enforcer. The problem is, there's usually when you just have the one enforcer, teams will quite happily foul him, and he's going to have to be a bit careful with his piling on, especially when he's on the AV8. But it's not a bad draft for him. I'm just, for the 640 and what he's got, it's a bit of a slow team. Be and see how it goes. But so that's it. That's all of them done. Like I said, I think the Honey Badgers probably just shared it. There's a lot of good rosters out there. I think everyone did really, really well in getting what they wanted. I was really impressed how quick the draft went as well, looking at the Discord as I've scrolled down as of each round. That really did catch me by surprise. So very well done to everybody there. If we can have the draft go like that next Saturday, that'll be pretty amazing. But yeah, really good. Luckily for myself, I think I lost maybe one piece. And it's a 50-50 if I was going to take it or not. So my plans are probably about the same as there was going into this. So I'm happy with that. I think Bays won't be happy about the Doctor going though. I've got a feeling. Anyway, that's me done then, guys. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you next Saturday for the draft. The big draft. And then after that, the week after, Season 9 will start. And let the carnage commence. So yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.